Bro, that's insane to be like, yeah, I mean, we don't even know what happened, but it's probably, you know, Israel is probably being restrained here. It might not be the nuclear, it might not be the nuclear facility, which is fine, but it still means it is a fucking escalation, as in it is a direct attack to Iranian soil attacks, from Israel.
Cyber attacks, or the
now Israel has struck Iranian soil in the past, but it's more of like a open secret type situation, like I said, and not necessarily with this many eyeballs, especially with like the Iranian government saying that they will have a severe and swift retaliation if such a strike would occur.
Attack from its territory to Iranian territory and been essentially public about it. Lindsay.
And of course, many people are concerned about the implications of that on a wider scale. Matt Gutman, our thanks to you reporting in from
the fact that the Iranian government is saying like, oh, we don't know the source of the attack is actually very interesting, specifically because I feel like if they acknowledge it, then it demands swift retaliation.
Ongoing since October 7th between Hezbollah and Israel, it's safe to say. So that is the main issue here for Hezbollah. Does it get actively involved in a war with Israel? I mean, look, this is Iran's largest and most powerful proxy. They have more than 100,000 rockets, according to the CIA. And actually, more Hezbollah fighters have been killed since October 7th than were killed in the war between Israel and Hezbollah in 2006. So it's safe to say the war here has already begun. But every time Nasrallah, the leader of Hezbollah here in Lebanon, has been asked about Hezbollah's role in this war, he always talks about needing to have solidarity with the people of Gaza, wanting to support Hamas, supporting the October 7th attacks, but crucially not wanting to get more involved in this war. It just might not be up to him if the war if Israel chooses to respond to these attacks by Iran by hitting Iran's largest proxy in this country. Tonight it's too early to say exactly what targets have been hit by the Iranians, but it doesn't seem at this point.
The cause of the sounds is still unknown. Investigations continue until the exact details of the incident are determined, a semi-official Fars news agency said. Iran's Fars news agency said on Friday the explosions were heard near the airport of the country's central Isfahan city, but the reasons was unknown. It is interesting to see. It is interesting to see that like the Iranian government is not hitting the fucking full tilt like this was Israel and we're retaliating. We also have no information, no further confirmation on the reasons or the strikes or the targets on the potential explosions being heard in Syria and Iraq. We don't know. We don't know anything. There might literally not even have been fucking any explosions, and we just, I guess, saw it on Twitter. It fucking sucks. The footage seemed legit to you? No, man. No footage seems legit yet. And people that say this footage was posted by the IRGC, they're not actually getting the footage from the IRGC. Okay? They're going to Telegram. They're simply going to Telegram and they're posting shit that they find on Telegram. This is more official. NOTAM has popped up for Tehran airspace, and 17 minutes ago it was for the Isfahan airspace. Telegram is accurate as fuck. No, brother, you have no idea what you're looking at half the fucking time. You might be looking at explosions from 2003. You might be looking at fucking Arma footage. Okay.
Flight tracking that a number of flights have diverted their flights over the skies and away from the skies of Iran this evening. We also understand that a NOTAM, a no-fly zone, has been declared in the west of Iran.
I was just about to explain to you what a NOTAM was, and he did. So there you go, chatter. You got your information.
From local sources on the ground, locally reported, unconfirmed by us, that there have been other explosions. We can also say that earlier on this evening, a number of small earthquakes were detected in Iran. all of these different developments,
mission.
John, we're trying to piece together to give a complete picture of what is happening. Of course, there has been huge expectation that Israel was going to strike back in a decisive way at Iran. Indeed, Prime Minister Netanyahu said just a couple of days ago that that would be happening, and the British Foreign Secretary indicated he understood there would be strikes in Iran. What we are trying to assess right now is who is behind these explosions reported in Isfahan, what the bigger picture is adding up to at the moment, and therefore the implications that this might lead to. I think we're at the very leading edge here, John, of trying to get a solid picture of what is happening in Iran tonight. But airspace affected, explosions reported around a significant city with significant bases and a major nuclear research facility in Iran tonight, John.
And Nick, a second Iranian media outlet now reporting that in Isfahan that there have been significant strikes there. So let's stay with it. You mentioned we've been expecting this. Just for our viewers, just go through the timeline. Remember, back on April 1st, Israel was blamed for an attack on the Iranian consulate in Damascus, Syria. And then, as Nick noted, back last Saturday on the 13th, Iran deployed more than 300 drones and other aerial weapons to attack on Israel. After that, Nick, the President of the United States, who helped the United States, Britain, other Western allies, helped repel the Iranian attack. And the appeal from President Biden to Israel was, you proved they couldn't hit you. You know, don't do anything provocative. Don't do anything that further escalates a region already on end. Prime Minister Netanyahu has not listened to the President of the United States.
My man said blame, by the way.
Conflict.
Yeah,
is it safe
blame
to say
for
it
the
appears
strike
he's not
on
listening to them here?
the embassy compound.
John, I think what it's safe to say at the moment is that it appears as in all likelihood that Israel has struck Iran. Now, if this has happened, has the Prime Minister dialed back what he might have otherwise planned? Certainly, there's been a huge international...
Bro, don't even know the details, and he's already running covered. That's crazy, bro. Get the dick out of your mouth. Holy shit. That's crazy.
The President of Israel do not escalate the situation, but both seem to accept that Israel was going to go ahead, John.
Bro, that's insane to be like, yeah, I mean, we don't even know what happened, but it's probably, Israel is probably being restrained here. They can't say now getting an update that a second on the news like that anymore. Those days ended on 9/11. That's insane, bro. That's insane to fucking say.
Good evening. I'm Abby Phillip in New York. There's breaking news tonight. Reports that Israel may have hit back. Iran's semi-official Fars news agency, citing local sources, says tonight an explosion was heard northwest of Isfahan. That is about 4 hours south of the capital.
Okay, this seems reliable. IRGC affiliated media has confirmed airstrikes hit a target in Isfahan tonight, and this video footage has emerged, purportedly showing the impact, the major hit by all accounts. I don't know. I don't know if this is correct. No, this is a Hezbollah strike earlier. I don't know if this is from Isfahan. I don't know. I still don't know. Especially because I don't think there were air sirens when the explosion occurred. So I don't know.
This comes from now multiple Iranian semi-official news outlets. The latest from Press TV reporting that an explosion was heard near Iran's central city of Isfahan. The reason is still unknown, and that echoes what we heard just moments ago from another semi-official news agency
Hezbollah airstrike 7 hours ago.
So here we have Iranian media itself reporting an explosion or explosions in one of Iran's most prominent cities, Isfahan. It is in the middle of the country, towards the western part of the country. It does have a prominent nuclear facility, but I will note that this was near Isfahan. So it is very much unclear what the target may have been, indeed how this was carried out. We have not heard anything, Abby, from the IDF, from any Israeli officials. We have not heard anything from any American officials. We, of course, are checking with our sources. This is something that we have been anticipating for several days now. It has always been a
Twitter has literally gotten worse. It's just gotten so much worse. There's no fucking breaking real-time news reporting happening
this historic attack
on this fucking godforsaken platform
without escalating the situation.
Don't click shit, bro. It doesn't matter. It's good to sometimes click the shit, specifically to dial back.